Well, Pennsylvania Senate Democratic leader Jay Costa wants to make sure swimmers are in the know that if they're swimming near a boat dock, water can be electrified and be deadly.
And our Pennsylvania Capitol correspondent Kara Jeffers has more in today's Bill Break.
Hello, I'm Kara Jeffers here with Senator Jay Costa. We're going to take a break, talk about a bill. You have something that deals with electric shocks in the water. Tell me about this problem that we've got here.
So the problem has been that where individuals are jumping off their boats and going in to swim in a lake or a pond or whatever the case might be, and there happens to be an electric current that's in the water itself. We are trying to do legislation that would let people know that before they jump off a boat dock, off a boat, or whatever the case might be, that they need to be thoughtful about what's taking place.
And the electric shock is like coming from maybe sometimes the boat, or maybe if there's like a restaurant on a dock nearby. Like, how does the shock get in the water?
Exactly. The shock comes either maybe from a current that's now escaped from the boat and has gone into the water. It could be the dock itself. May have some electric wiring that's made its way into the water and electrifies the water in and around that location. And people unknowingly jump into the water for recreation to be able to relax, take a swim, or whatever the case might be, and don't realize that the water has been electrified and ultimately results in some instances resulted in death.
Specifically, what will the legislation do?
So the legislation will require boat docks, for example, to be able to do postings. We'd also like to go a little further and have them be able to put into place devices that would detect whether or not there is any electricity in the water itself. And in fact, the water is electrified, that there be some signal or something that would come up, a light or whatever the case might be, to demonstrate that so people would then definitely know not to jump in.
Is there any opposition or concern that's been brought to you?
There's been no concerns been brought to me, even from the dock owners and the like. I mean, they recognize that this is something we need to address, but I think going forward, as we begin to advance it, we'll hear some concerns that come forward. But it's bipartisan support, what I think is important, and we're excited about the opportunity to be able to move it forward in the Senate.
And then would there be any cost to taxpayers, any savings for taxpayers?
Well, there'll be probably some savings to taxpayers, but may also be some costs to some municipal dock ownerships or whatever the case might be. But the more important thing is it's a safety precaution, and it's saving lives at the end of the day, or individuals who run the risk of being sort of paralyzed while they're in the water because of the electric currents in their body. So I think it'll be a very important piece of legislation to save lives, and that's what we're really focusing on.
Definitely. Thank you so much for your time, Senator.
You're very welcome. Thanks
This
for having
has
me.
been Bill Break, where we talk about the legislation that doesn't always get into the limelight.